This is an unboxing of the Leviathan box. I don't know who wants to see an unboxing because Games Workshop has already done an official unboxing where you get to see everything, but this is my version. It's not a brand new unboxing. It turned up while I was at work, I rushed home and I took the rulebook out because I thought I might be able to get a sneak read of a page or two of the rulebook, but I didn't. But it does mean I have already shuffled through this to pull this bad boy out, but then not read anything, so great use of my time there. Anyway, let's dig in. What do we get? It's a nice big box, but I will say I do just love the artwork. I'm not gonna lie, it looks awesome, really like it. I think that the Tyranid looks super duper, what's the word? Like a Hydralisk, which is cool, I like that. So, let's dive through, shall we? And then the flip side of that is just the same again, apparently. Cool. And then we just have mountains of sprues, yeah. So we've got just a whole load of everything. Oh, look at that there, that's our Phobos Lieutenant with the super cool Tyranid thing. Oh yes, there's our Tyranid, oh man. I hadn't realised before, clearly, but obviously the blood is moulded on, but he's got, and I knew that he had like a carapace around his shoulder, but I didn't realise he also had a carapace around his, like, forearms. That's super cool. Oh, there's the apothecary with his, what I've, you know, affectionately termed his cum dispenser. What can I say? What can I say? Now, obviously, I've already seen these models all painted up and such up at Warhammer Fest, so all good. I've basically seen these. I'm just kind of flicking through. I will say, just very quickly, it looks like a nightmare. Maybe I'm misinterpreting things, but I feel like this is... There's definitely a Screamer Killer on there and the Floaty Boy, but I feel like that's not all of the Floaty Boy. So I feel like I'm going to have to dig through all of the other sprues to find him. So I think this is going to be a real tough one when it comes to looking through this to like put everything together. That's obviously your Leaper sprue. That's our big boy. I will say I mean these are good, man. If this is the whole of this, whatever it's called, the Psychophage dude or whatever, and that's a really nice kit to put together. It's not going to take you too long, it's going to be good. If I have to dig through other sprues, it's going to trigger me. What have we got here? That's our Dreadnought sprue, which is, again, I'm going to say, real nice. Having recently-ish put together a Dreadnought or other vehicles, typically this here or this here is like 8 different things. And I've got to be honest, look, I know that it's like a kit builder thing and people enjoy having lots of things to put together. As someone that needs to smash through this, I'm really, really happy that they've made this as few pieces as possible. So that's incredibly useful for me. Oh, and here we've got our Rippers. I will say the Rippers are identical. I don't think they've changed them at all. It's just an upgrade of what they used to be. Oh, that is a much bigger Termagant. Huh, I hadn't realised actually, but that is a significantly larger Termagant. I know that they've upgraded the size, so they're on 28s instead of 25s now. But yeah, that's a much nicer sculpt. As someone that likes Tyranids, I'm definitely happy to just get better sculpts. His, of course, is the old Terminator sprue. As mentioned, if I don't really care about the Terminators, in the sense of they look good, that's not the question, but if I had just seen them, it wouldn't immediately make me rush out and grab the Terminator sprue. I would instead just wait until I wanted to get Terminators anyway, and then because there's a new sprue, I would buy the new sprue, but I'm not like dying to pick them up. There's our Winged Hive Tyrant. No, that's the wrong word. Our Winged Tyranid Prime. Cool, that needed a model, so I'm glad they finally gave it one. Nice, that's a big old horn. And here's our shooter things. It's a pretty cool looking gun, you know. I mean, obviously I'll ruin it once I eventually sit down to paint it, but that's a cool looking gun. Actually, I approve. GG. And then these little guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have not figured out my painting scheme. We then get this, which is just a divider. And then we would have had the Leviathan book here. So I literally pulled all of those out, grabbed the book and left. This is a nice piece of tracing paper, very nice. High quality tracing paper. This is our Leviathan building book. It's big. We get a lot of stuff. Obviously we'll have to read through that at some point. What's it gonna give us? Is it gonna give us, so we do have stats. That was fun. I'm sure that I have these stats in the book as well, right? Maybe not. Maybe this is where I get the data cards for these. Huh. Although looking at these, clearly, although these are data cards, they are just the raw data cards. There's no special abilities on anything. So, why? If the indexes are free, why would you not give the full abilities? Or is this like, no, it's not. Okay, it's fine, whatever, it's fine. I was going to say, are they like, is that how they're going to do the indexes? So they're like that, they're just the thing. Like they're just the raw stats with no abilities, but no, because they're showing us right now on Warcom all of the different data cards which will be in indexes. So yeah, cool. What's this? Save the world or consume it. Play a game with your Leviathan box set, report your result and help decide the fate of a pivotal Imperial planet. Plus, a chance to win every new Tyranids or Space Marine miniatures for the rest of the year. That's cool. Use this code. Cool. Battle for Ogram. Decide, that's cool, I'll keep that out. I'll make sure to do that. And then we've got a bunch of transfers. Obviously for Space Marine generics, I never use these, so that's cool. What a shame, Tyranids don't have them, but whatever. Oh, now we got that. So we've got some big bases here. Makes sense, cool, need those. And then on the other side, we've got the small bases, I guess. There's a lot of bases. Everything's push fit on those. Very cool. I will take this out because I no longer need it. And do something with it. So this will become a box that I use to move stuff around in. Cool, right. I need to open these. I don't have a thing. Okay, how am I doing this? Sit back down. So these are, I don't know, I assume, what do we got? What do we got, Govs? Bunch of cards. Ooh. Objective markers, that's nice. What's this? Leviathan Games. A Leviathan chapter-approved battle is waged by following the sequence below. Chapter-approved battles are designed for incursion and strike force battle sizes. Yeah. I mean, well, clearly this is all something I'm going to have to read more of. What's this? New orders. High Command receive new intelligence. End of your command phase. One of your active secondary mission cards, discard it and draw a new one. Gambit deck. There are 2 Gambit decks, one for each player, with identical cards. These contain challenging goals. The end of the 3rd battle round before so. Okay, alright. That's my match play book, essentially, booklet. Then we've got our deployments. Then we've got our gambits. Attacker and defender. Oh, interesting. Are we always going to have attacker and defender gambits? Very interesting, gosh. It's going to completely change how you want to build your army, I assume. We've got our mission rules. We've got our primary missions. We've got our secondary mission, attacker. And where's it coming? Secondary mission, defender, and that's it. Oof, let's have a quick look. So just off the, these are different colours, the attacker and defender, but I can't tell in what form. Oh man, there's a lot here. Gosh, okay. I'm not going to read everything, obviously, but this is the deck. The deck. Hammer and anvil. So let's see what we can see from here. Attacker and defender. Okay. Attacker side, defender's side. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different deployments. Attacker, defender. We've got a diagonal thing, long edge, a different shaped diagonal thing, a different shaped diagonal thing, and short edge, which I think that makes sense. That sounds good. And that's it. Cool. At some point, obviously, after having filmed this, because I've literally just opened it, as you'll know, I will go through and figure all of this out. So I will keep the gambit behind the secondary missions, and the gambits behind the attacker missions, and then the primary mission. Odd that they only give you one deck for the primary mission, because what if you both want to take the same primary? Oh wait, you do both have the same primary. That's how that works, isn't it? Obviously. And the mission rule, for example, Chilling Rain. In this mission, no additional mission rules apply. Okay. Minefields. In this mission, each time an advance roll of 6 is made for a unit, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Oh, that's fun. So I assume that mission rules are not match play, right? Let's have a look, shall we? The respective decks, deployment deck, mission rule deck. Players determine the mission by shuffling and randomly drawing the deployment mission rule. So in Leviathan games, you do officially draw a mission rule. Cool. I assume that is going to change as you go through like the different mission packs. So obviously the Leviathan games, this might be our first mission pack where we do have to use mission rules, whereas in the next chapter approved, they will say no mission rules or something like that. I don't know. Cool. Very cool. And that is the deck. So this is mandatory. Like if you want to play the game, you need this deck. So that's good to know. Good to know. Very cool. Put that to the side. And now we go over to the book. The booketh. Nice. So that's the standard default page there, Leviathan. Yep. Okay, that's the unchanged thing. Let's have a look. Produced by the Warhammer Design Studio. Shameful. Shameful. You know, like everybody, I just believe that people should be credited. But it's whatever. So I'm really curious about the combat patrol. So I'm gonna jump over to, because obviously I don't have time to look at everything on here. This will be a long ass mofo if I did. Oh, hold on, let's see. Forces discover the many factors of the war. Let's see, I assume this is just going to be, oh, are these all of the different, these are the combat patrols. Why? Why are these the combat patrols? Back there? Combat patrols are at 202. What am I looking at now? What's page 84? This is Black Templars. Why? This is giving me something. This isn't fluff. This is Blood Angels. Okay, fluff. Combat Patrol, Blood Angels. So what's this? Is this the Combat Patrol that I can use? It is. So I get a Librarian, an Intercessor Squad, an Incursor Squad, an Aggressor Squad, and an Impulsor, which is exactly the Combat Patrol. Oh my god. Oh, I've got to read. Okay. Interesting. So what do I do with it? This is just telling me what the things are. As well as the season one. I have to go to the start of this to find it out, don't I? The Torchbearer Crusade, yeah. The fleets, yeah. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Where are my mechanics, bro? Space. Nobody cares about Space Marines, bro. Armies of the Imperium. Go straight to Space Marines. Okay. Then you go strike Force Octarian. Octavius. Ah, well this is the new combat patrol then. This is what you get from the Leviathan box. So this here is playable in combat patrol. Of course it is. How could it not be, right? Cool. We don't get to take our sweet, sexy AF Phobos Librarian. Lieutenant, who is cool. That's fine. So it's just saying A. Oh, and it's listing what that is. Cool. You know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It looks good. I think that a lot of new players are going to really like this, and it's going to, yeah, okay, cool. Right, let's get to Combat Patrol. Oh, yeah, fuck. I want to read through this whole thing. God damn. You know, it's just good to see models and a little bit of fluff. Gosh. Okay, let's not get too excited. Let's calm down. Right, what are the Tyranids? It's obviously going to be this Combat Patrol. Oh, does that mean that the Combat Patrol for Tyranids is going away? Of course it does. Of course it does. In fact, I would go so far as to say that because this isn't the full Leviathan thing, I suspect that this will be released as a Combat Patrol as well. Because, yeah, you're just missing a few of the units. So you'll miss the Screamer Killer here, you'll miss the Floaty Mine Dude, but you'll get these. Of course, that makes total sense. Which means getting hold of these models is going to be super easy. Good. I'm just going to say it again, quick, Von Ryan's Leaper. I know why, right? Because it was a random throwaway line in like when Tyranids were first mentioned. GW has retconned so many things, they could have retconned a bad name. You could have just called it Leapers. Ah, it's quite close to lepers, isn't it? Never mind. Yes, okay, great. Anyway, right, how do I use these? What page am I going for? These are core rules. Bro. Oh, core concepts. I like concepts. But I'm actually after pages. What page number am I on? Sorry, bro. Look, brah. What is all of this? Oh my god. Tau Empire. Oh yeah, baby. God damn, that's so good. Fuck. Combat Patrol, here we go. Playing Combat Patrol. So, lovely. Battle Ready Contrast is all about the contrast method, baby. We know it, we know it. They're using this terrain. Well, that was a choice they made, fair enough. Good for them. And they do confirm, I know they've already confirmed it online, but it is 2 boards. So it's 2 kill team size boards. So 22 by 30, it's, no, it's 4? Is it 2 or 4? No, it must be 4. Yeah, so it's 44 by 60 for both 1,000 points and 2,000 points. If you want to go up to 3,000 points, you add an additional 2 boards, so it comes 44 by 90. But what is the Combat Patrol size? In addition to needing 2 Combat Patrols to face off against each other, players will also require a battlefield in which to play in Combat Patrol missions. It is up to the players to create the battlefields the armies will fight on, so they can use any flat surface and terrain features they have in their collection. Where them rules at, baby? I don't know. So this is, wait, do we now have fluff at the back? Huh. Interesting. Because normally, obviously, they put fluff at the front. Now we're on Crusade, which nobody cares about, so I won't look at this, obviously. Mustering a Crusade army. Mate, it's narrative. Just do whatever the hell you want. I actually don't know what to do. I'm going to have to ask. Because I had assumed that as soon as I've done this, I'm going to start writing a how to play and start filming battle reports after, learn the game. But there are no additional data sheets, which makes sense. I understand you don't want to fill up the Leviathan book. Because this is the core rule book, right? You don't want to fill this up with stuff, right? But there's no rules.